I'm Rita Cook.
And I'm Tommy Scott.
And we are ECP-TV.
ECP-TV.
We're back to this week. I've actually been traveling the last couple of weeks, and I guess somebody is definitely wanting to get in touch with us, Tommy, since they know we're back. I'll talk to you later. So I just got back from South Africa. And you, I don't know where you've been. Working?
I've been to East Texas, a place called Chester, Texas.
What were you doing in Chester, Texas?
Celebrating 52 years with my wife at her school.
All right.
They had a alumni meeting down there.
Alumni or reunion?
It's kind of like a reunion, you say.
Okay.
So anyway, it was fun.
Good.
We got to watch 6-man football.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I remember
Something
that
I hadn't seen in a while.
Yeah, I didn't know they still did that.
Oh, yeah, they still do. And do you know if you kick the ball through the uprights, you get 2 points. If you run the ball in, you get 1.
I didn't know.
I bet you didn't know that.
I don't know. I don't even know. Oh, I actually met Emmett Smith the other day.
Did you?
Speaking of football, yeah, he has really good energy. I have a picture of him with him. I'd never usually want to take a picture with a celebrity, but he was cool. I liked him.
Oh yeah, he's cool.
I looked terrible in the picture. He looked great. So and
like
then when
me?
I know.
I know.
We're not going anywhere.
You don't want to go
So
there.
I went to South Africa, and you called me when I was in the middle of transiting through Doha, Qatar. 15 and a half hours I'd been away.
Did you ride an elephant?
No, in Doha? Or
I'm just asking.
No,
you was in
I
Africa.
did not ride any elephants. I actually did drink some wine, but it did not take me to ride an elephant.
Okay.
So, all right, so we're going to go really quick with the news this week, and maybe we can talk about something controversial. This week, there was $660,000 in stolen vehicles and auto parts seized in Italy, Texas. I'm saying it right. Italy, Texas. I guess it was $578,000 worth of recovered vehicles and another $86,800 in stolen parts. So,
so if you got parts missing on your car, you know where they went.
Yeah, that's right. This week also, there's a nice little photo spread of Wilmer's Pioneer Days, which happened a couple of weeks ago, and that was really fun. They have an upcoming fall festival, which is happening on October 29th from, I believe, 6 to 8 in the city square there. So Wilmer is just kicking all kinds of butt. There's a wonderful picture of our producer and publisher, and he was at the Red Oak Chamber of Commerce event this past weekend, the Great Gatsby event, and he has a picture with a golden vest on. He looks like Mafia or something like that. Anyway,
he looked like a poker dealer.
A poker dealer. Okay, well, somewhere, I guess poker dealers are Mafia. Okay, and then I just want to, and you're welcome to chime in at any point.
Oh yeah, sure.
Because I haven't seen you in like a couple of months, but we want to say welcome back to Midlothian ISD School Board Trustee Richard Pena. He has been out for 3 months with COVID, and we did a story on him. He actually had gone to a couple of different hospitals, and he was recovering in the VA hospital, and now he's back home. But he said that it was him and his wife both said it was a long road to recovery, because he actually even had a tube down his throat. And as a lot of people know, my brother-in-law died back in July of COVID complications. Of course, now everything is COVID, even if like you die in a car accident. But anyway, he did have COVID, and he actually went to the hospital and had the tube put down his throat and did not recover from that. So
for some reason, the respiratory is the main point that it attacks.
Yes.
I just lost a good friend that I worked with. He was 36 years old. His wife had COVID.
Okay. And
then he was taking care of her, and he got her, and then a week later, he died. So it's
quick.
You know, yeah, it's. I mean, you're here today and gone tomorrow these days. I mean, when it come down to this COVID, we don't know if it's COVID or what these people have went and done.
Well,
but I know they've done something very bad, and it's not.
No,
it hasn't been good for us.
The people that put this out into the stratosphere.
Yeah.
There's so many stories about why, what, if, when. I don't know. I mean, it's like some people have been vaccinated that surprised me they have been, and some people are not vaccinated that I thought would be. So it's not a matter of, Democrat, Republican, color. It's really interesting that what we're living in right now. And I was listening to something that was, I meditate all the time, and I don't want to say the word spiritual because I don't like that word, but I just try to think about the things that are really important in life, like our soul. And, you know, this person I was listening to said something that I thought was very interesting. Like, countries are not fighting against each other right now. Countries are infighting. And it's because they're tired of the politicians. In not just America. I mean, I know we're tired of our politicians on both sides of the aisle in a lot of cases. But it's not just America. It's a lot of countries that are just saying, we don't want to do this anymore. Like, we want a better life. And I think that one of the things is, and you can look at it from a biblical standpoint or however you want, but I think that people are just getting tired of being oppressed no matter what color they are and no matter what political party they are. And they're standing up for it. And that's one thing that I believe I'm here for right now, is to stand up for it. I think that I've had a great life. It's time to say something.
Well, the problem with this is, for so long, we've given them a lot of rope to do whatever they wanted to do.
And we're talking about the politicians.
The politicians.
Or the
you know, whatever happened, everybody's okay. Don't do that again. Mm-hmm. And then everybody carries on, and then they'll pick out one person to jump on and abuse. Mm-hmm. It's just like right now, a minute ago, we was talking about Biden.
Right.
Now, in the beginning, everybody, we trusted in Trump. And in some kind of way, that went south. Then they put Biden in there and put trust in him. Now, that's went south. And then when you start looking at this whole detail of it all, we vote for people other than them to put in there to make sure that they do the right things. So the way, it's just like, we work for the newspaper. Mm-hmm. Charlie sends us to do a job.
Right.
Or to do something.
Right.
And then we come back and we twist it into something we wanted it to do.
Exactly.
We went over his head and did what we wanted to do.
Right.
Okay? When you have a body of people that you put in there and do all this voting and say, okay, this is what we're going to do. Mm-hmm. And then you go up there and say, well, sign this. Mm-hmm. Well, we're not going to sign it. I don't like the way that is.
Right.
But this is what the people want. Well, we don't care what the people want.
Well, I mean, I guess you could even ask that question of what do people want? How do we know what people want? We only have 2 minutes, but how do we know what people want anymore? I don't even.
You know what's right and wrong.
Yes, but do people really know that anymore?
Okay, let me ask you this here. First, they say, well, wear your face mask. People say, well, I don't want to wear a face mask. Then they say, well, you wear the face mask anyway because we're trying to get control of what's going on. Because they really didn't know what was going on with it or how to stop it. But they just kind of nitpicking at it to find a way to see, what can we do? If this helps, then we'll know this is, we can solve this by wearing this a minute.
But I mean, it's pretty obvious that a little mask is not going to...
Okay, we understand that. But here's the point. Then they turn around and say, well, we need you to take these shots. Some people say, well, I'm not going to take the shot. Now you've got two different entities. And then the situation continues as it is, so they don't really know where to start or stop.
No,
they don't know what to do.
But now we're going to be having food shortages and different things because of all this happening as well, which can be looked back toward COVID. I mean, the thing is, it's like I have friends, literally people I know, whose face has been paralyzed. 2 people I know, which is too many, because of the Pfizer shot. Now, I don't think I want my face to be paralyzed.
Okay.
I think I'll take my chances.
You can take your chance. Okay. For instance, my friend John, he took his chances. Mm-hmm. He's not here anymore.
Well, you know what? He's probably in a better place.
He probably is, but he took his chance.
We shouldn't, and we shouldn't be afraid of death either, because that's another thing. I know people want to stay here and be with their children and all this stuff, but and I'm not even like really a screaming Christian, as we know I'm not, but I'm not afraid to die. And Christians that I know are not afraid to die. So this is what we need to be aware of, that right now, there are people dying, and it's tragic, but I'm wondering if they're not luckier at this point because they're not dealing with the crap down here. I don't know. That could be like taking it to another level.
That is to another level.
I mean, okay, we got to wrap it up. We're going to continue this conversation.
Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. That's for sure.
I'm Rita Cook.
And I'm Tommy Scott.
And we are not in heaven right now. We're at ECP-TV. Thanks for watching.